What's going on YouTube? Fesify Media. It's been a crazy year for Aitch Boyz. Skrapz right now is on trial and the dates keep getting pushed forward and forward. We don't know what's going to go on with his case, if he's going to get time inside. There's a lot of remand that he's been inside already, so he might not have to serve too long by the time he gets sentenced if he's found guilty for the case he's involved in. It said that Skrapz is being charged with perverting the course of justice and possession of ammunition for a firearm and possession of cannabis. Nines has also caught a case this year as well. It said the 31-year-old musician, whose real name is Courtney Freckleton, was arrested on Thursday alongside Jason Thompson, 35. The two men were charged with conspiracy to import Class B drugs and with intent to invade a restriction between 10th of March and the 3rd of July, conspiracy to supply cocaine, conspiracy to supply cannabis, and conspiracy to conceal and remove criminal property. Nines was due to appear in court on that Friday, it said there, but what probably happened at court is it got passed up to the Crown Court, where you have to make his plea and then go on trial, or if you plead guilty, you just get sentenced for it, and I'll update you guys on what happens with that also. That's Skrapz and Nines both locked up, the two biggest members in Aitch Boyz, but two more have been locked today. It's said that Sav and Chapo were convicted today on the Tuesday the 13th after a 6-week trial. The police have said two men who were part of a gang who broke into a property in Enfield and then shot a man have been convicted of attempted murder. It said that they will be sentenced on Friday the 24th of September at the same court. The jury heard that the 23rd of February 2019, a two-car convoy containing gang members from Brent travelled to the address in Enfield with intent on causing serious harm. Just before 1:00 hours, a group of males, including Williams and Barnett, broke into a home in Enfield armed with a shotgun. 3 occupants inside the property, fearing for their lives, fled upstairs. The 26-year-old victim, unconnected to the gangs, attempted to barricade himself behind the flimsy internal door, pushing against his attackers, trying to save his life. At this point, the shotgun was fired twice simultaneously through the door, hitting the victim and causing life-threatening injuries. The attackers then fled the property, leaving the victim seriously wounded. They then returned to Brent. The complex investigation was passed to Trident detectives from the Specialist Crime Command Northwest Hub. They interviewed an extensive number of witnesses, and CCTV mobile phone inquiries led them to identify and arrest a number of suspects. Although there were no forensics at the scene, painstaking analysis of automatic number plate recognition, AMPR, and phone evidence, detectives placed the defendants at the scene of the attack. The prosecution also showed evidence from a drill music video which revealed both Williams and Barnett, in which they featured other gang affiliates. The investigation revealed gang tensions around Northwest London, identified a motive for escalating violence in the area. DC Anthony Sinclair on the Operation Trident said this was a completely mindless attack on a young man. Defendants' actions were heartless, effectively leaving a man to die at the scene. The victim is still recovering from his injuries. The impact on the victim and his family have been devastating. This has been a trying and challenging case, but I'm extremely relieved that today a jury found them guilty of the crimes. It takes dangerous offenders off the streets and helps keep London safe. The victim's mother said, as a result of being shot close hand with a faulty shotgun, my son has sustained significant injuries during the incident. On his road to recovery, he has undergone numerous surgeries and is also likely to be subject to more surgical interventions in the future to try and manage some of the damage that has resulted from the attack. The impact of the shooting on the victim and his family have been significant, in addition to managing the physical injury. We have also been left extremely traumatized as a result of the shooting. The shooting was gang related, however the victim is not and has never been part of a gang. Notwithstanding this, his life has still been severely impacted by the violence and the chaos resulting from gang activity in the capital and the ongoing, often petty disputes between opposing gangs that have significant consequences. The family are grateful to the Metropolitan Police for their efforts to both identify and punish the individuals responsible for the attack, and to help us understand the events that took place on the night. Unfortunately, the police have not been able to charge all the individuals they believe are responsible for the shooting. However, our family is still grateful that they were able to bring charges against some of the individuals who were involved in this incident, and that these people will face consequences of their choices and actions and will no longer present a significant threat to the public's safety. So first Skrapz was locked up, then Nines was locked up, and now 2 more members have been locked up. It's not been a good year for iCity Boyz. One of the most promising groups, just pure rap groups out of the UK, and now 2021 has definitely been a dark year. Even though Nines, who said iCity Boyz, I'm the man in charge, got himself a #1 album, which is a very, very good look, especially where he's from. It's crazy. Still, I'm going to update you guys on Skrapz and Nines' situation. Their trials are not over yet. We'll see what happens. Make sure you subscribe with the notification bell not to miss out on them videos. Peace out.